Hi guys, welcome back to AIC. So today I'm shooting a video. I think that is going to be very relatable to the most of us, and this is a video on just how to be in touch with yourself and just on how to take care of your spirituality or your soul in general. So yeah, I decided to shoot this video because we are now in a time where, you know, everyone is like isolated. People are likely to overthink, fall into episodes of anxiety and all of the other emotional, stuff that people go through when they are on their own. Okay, so since this video I'm going to talk about how to take care of your spiritual well-being, I'm going to give you guys just some of the things that I do. These things could work for you, they could not work for you. It's really all up to you. So for me specifically, how I take care of my spirituality also has to do with my religious views or my beliefs and principles. So depending on what you believe in, or depending on how you view certain things, you can make this work depending on your own perspective and your own entire foundation or center of who you are. So yeah, honestly, the first thing that I do when I feel like I'm getting into this episode of anxiety. For me personally, it's most of the times anxiety. When I'm worried about something that's in the future, or I'm worried about, oh, what's going to happen here? Oh, should I feel this way? Is this okay? So whenever I feel that energy imbalance, one thing that I do is I pray. That's my really get to go like thing. I pray. So when I pray, sometimes when I'm like maybe at school or I'm at work, I go to the prayer room. We have a prayer room, a reflection room, and it's a quiet place. So it's really a sacred place, and I just go there and I kneel down and I pray about it. Could be like for 2 minutes, for 3 minutes. But then for my night routine, I also do that. So every night, what I do is the first thing that I do is pray, and this is generally like 1 minute or 2 minutes prayer. Just like, oh God, help me, this is what's going on right now, this is how I feel. Because I used to be a person who used to want to be positive every time, I'm seeking for that positive feeling every time. But then obviously through experience and different challenges in life, I got to realize that it's okay for me to feel down. It's okay for me to feel some negative energy or not feel like doing anything. Like it's okay for me to just lay around sometimes. But like obviously I don't plan to endure on these habits that are gonna make me this kind of person. So I just let the waves kick in. I let the waves kick in. I let the waves just flow, whether it's like negative feelings, whether it's me feeling insecure, whether it's me like having trust issues in any kind of thing, or like, I'm just not feeling this. So I allow myself to feel. I stopped dismissing these feelings, I just allow myself to feel for that time. And then I ask myself, why do I feel this way? I feel this way maybe because I'm overthinking it, or I feel this way because um, I'm having a lack of something. And when I think of why I'm feeling that way, and then I decide, what do I do then? And then I move on from there. So just to calm my mind, I like to practice mindfulness a lot. For me, I think that's the most important thing, for you to know yourself, for you to be self-aware and just do a lot of self-reflection. You need to be able to realize that you are a whole human being, and you are going to have flaws, you are going to have imperfections, but it's your capability to actually get over these kind of feelings in the most positive way, without enduring on them for a really long time, or just like making them a part of your life, or allowing them to actually shape your habits. Okay, so back to how I take care of my spirit. So most of the times I come to my room, I do what I gotta do, I study or whatsoever, and then I do my 2 minutes prayer. After my prayer, most of the times I have a lot on my mind. I know that for those who are Christians, most of the times when you pray, you want to ease your mind and you want to surrender it all to God. So for me, most of the times when I have a really short prayer, a lot of things start coming to my mind. And that's when I really go to my journal. I started keeping a journal from last year and it has worked so well for me. I think I have another video on visualizing your goals and how I talk about how my journal has enabled me to just be able to be in touch with what I want and how I'm going to achieve what I want. So definitely I put down my thoughts in this book. This is my book for this year. It's written Girl Boss. I bought it in Walmart. I write down stuff, basically everything that I want to say, whether it's something that happened, whether it's something that's on my mind, whether it's something I want to tell someone, but maybe I don't feel confident yet to tell them, or it's my experience or my goals or what I'm thankful for. So I just write down. So I'm not gonna let you like read what I'm writing here, of course, but the last thing that I wrote in this book, for example, was yesterday. And then the third thing that I do is I fill my jar of gratitude. So I have a jar of gratitude. So basically I keep this jar on my study table. So after like having a journal session, what I do is I feel very relieved. I feel like I've spoken out everything that I want to do. So what I do is I take a piece of paper and I write down something that I'm grateful for. It could be something that happened during the day. It could be something that made me really happy. It could be just something in my life in general. Sometimes I write down specific names of people that I'm grateful for to have in my life. Sometimes I just write down something, you know, or like I'm really grateful to have this today. I'm really grateful to have a life today. I'm grateful for this experience that I had today. Or I'm just grateful to have a family, you know. And I do plan to keep it for the entire year. And my goal is to really just go through all the things that I've written throughout the year at the end of the year. This is a very good way to actually like keep track of the good things that happen in your life, because I have a motto that when you are grateful, you attract abundance. So for me, I always try to be grateful no matter the situation, no matter the challenges that I'm encountering, because at the end of the day, like when you are grateful, you are making space for that abundance to flow in, because you know God knows that you are grateful, you are thankful, and definitely you are capable of receiving more. And this just also allows me to keep a positive mindset. I love to keep a positive mindset. And by that, I mean when there are things going on, even with this whole corona or COVID-19 going on, what I really do is I try to keep a positive mindset. Oh, keeping a jar of gratitude is a must for your spiritual well-being. It could be anything. It could be you writing down in your journal every day what you're grateful for. 3 things you're grateful for, but I decided to choose these just because I love keeping jars in my room, but also because it will give me an opportunity to actually like look back and unfold all these pieces at the end of the year. So after I write down, or after I feel my jar of gratitude, the next thing that I really enjoy doing is meditating. So I dedicate 10 minutes to just meditate. And most of the times, the kind of meditations that I look for are the ones that have like words of affirmation or words of gratitude, and they're actually like leading you into that meditative state. So like it helps me to be centered in a way that enables me to actually be in touch with myself and understand how I'm feeling, and also just be able to be relaxed, to relax my body and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna like play just a little bit of some of the meditation stuff that I really enjoy doing.
And you will see your world transform. Here. It is very powerful. Remember to feel gratitude for all that you already have and all that you are in the process of manifesting. Everything you desire is simply waiting for you in the infinite field of consciousness, and your gratitude will magnetize and maximize your power of manifestation.
This is a whole 12 minutes video, so what I do, like I said, I dedicate approximately 10 minutes, so this is like perfect for me to have a whole meditative session, and I listen and I'm like laying in my bed and I'm just, you know, being centered and being guided and directed in the right way. I really love this because most of the times when I finish meditating, I'm more energetic and just more empowered to actually pursue my goals and what I want. So after I finish meditating, what I do is I go back to my journal and I write down words of affirmation. 3 words of affirmation that I really stick to and that are very important to me whenever I find myself in an episode of like anxiety or not having a sense of direction. These are the main 3. First one is I forgive myself. I tend to, you know, put a lot of blame on myself. I tend to not just, you know, feel like I've done wrong, I've done this and this is not okay, which is okay. It's good for you to recognize some of your toxic traits or some of your toxic experiences so you improve and become a better person. But when I keep dwelling on that, it does more harm than any good. So what I do is after I forgive myself, it's okay for me to do these mistakes, I forgive myself, I celebrate myself. So that's the second one. I celebrate myself. So this is my progress. I'm not the same kind of person that I was 2 years ago, 2 weeks ago. I celebrate myself. I celebrate my progress. I celebrate my achievements. So that's my second affirmation. I forgive myself. I celebrate myself. And the third one is I commit to myself. And so this is now where the aspect of me writing down my goals and being positive about achieving certain stuff comes in. So like right now, I've started studying for my second actuarial professional board exam, and this becomes sometimes really demanding for me. I love actuarial science. It excites me when I do my work, but the truth is the courses are really demanding. And so when I commit to myself, I tell myself I am gonna dedicate 3 hours of every day to studying. I'm gonna dedicate 1 hour of every day to being in touch with myself, to praying, to being in fellowship, to understanding who I am. So I commit to myself that I'm going to pursue this. I commit to myself that I'm going to strive to be this kind of person, you know, for a better me or for the collective, you know, community. So definitely those are my favorite 3 ones that I always try to meditate on after my 10 minutes guided meditation session. Oh yeah, so basically that's my routine for taking care of myself. And I know that right now people are concerned about how they look, and you know, everything seems so abnormal and all of that. But I think this is also just a perfect time for all of us to just learn who we are, to be self-aware and do a lot of self-reflection to actually take care of our spirits and our souls, because that's the center of actually who we are. Like our principles, values come from how well aware we are about our spirituality. You know, what you put inside is what comes out. So definitely what you put out in the universe is what you put inside yourself. You cannot pour out from an empty cup. You always need to fill up yourself. You need to fill up with what works for you, what helps you be a better individual to actually give out the best of yourself into the world. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope you have an amazing time in quarantine. I'm trying to upload more videos, so stay tuned. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel. Bye.